girl. Now, when I was reading Ezekiel 23, that was deep.
Mm-hmm.
It was really deep, and whew, it goes into self love as well. You probably come in some more, but it go that was deep.
It was.
And it's self love, and this is biblical days. So, and it's in the Old Testament, Ezekiel, and basically, it was two sisters. Um, the older sister was a prostitute. She prostituted everybody. God made us beautiful. He made women beautiful. He made us beautiful because we are the helpmate of men, and men are supposed, and the man is supposed to choose us, and then you know, we be with them and go on about our lives. But what is happening today is women are doing it. Well, we're just doing it different. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
where a lot of women are approaching men, chasing men,
Mm-hmm.
and wondering why they're having this sour outcome. Um, why they get cheated on all the time. Why every relationship is a man cheating. Um, it's because of the way that we're carrying ourselves as women. Um, you see these women now; they want to be Barbie dolls. You know, they want their butt real big. I don't. That now we're gonna get back onto that. Go back to the cleaning part, but that's nasty. But but yeah, they want their butts big. They want the waist small. You know, you want to look like this Barbie doll. But why are you doing that? Are you doing it for the attention of men? Or are you doing it because that's something that you just want for yourself? Because if it's something that you want for yourself and it's self love, that's totally different for doing it because you want men to look at you or men to want to be with you or to be a prostitute that's not getting paid. But back to Ezekiel.
Right.
That was, I kind of went off subject, sorry. But yeah, that was deep.
It was.
Basically, you know, God made us beautiful, and He was talking about these two beautiful sisters who He made beautiful. And instead of them being, you know, the woman that God made them to be for Him, they made themselves available for men. You know, they just wanted men. And it even talked about the size that they wanted the men. Like they wanted it like the size of a horse or a donkey. And I was like, my eyes were so big, like, wow, this is in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's scary.
There's
But
nothing new under the sun.
nothing new under the sun. And so it was just tripped out. But the older sister, she was the prostitute first, and God, you know, He punished her. And the younger sister saw it and it didn't phase her. She did the same thing. She became a prostitute as well. And just talked about, you know, how He punished them. And if you look at prostitution today, the way that He punished them is what goes on now.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at a prostitute, she's getting beat by her pimp. She's getting beat by her johns. You know, people look at them a certain way. So it all just, and it's just so deep for me. You know, and God made us beautiful um, because we are the helpmeet of men, and men, they are very visual. I was telling you that before. They're very visual. They
Mm-hmm.
love beauty, and that's why some men, you know, they just it's because it's so many beautiful women out
It
here,
is.
and just because you're beautiful doesn't mean that you'll keep a man. Because you have to have some substance about you. You can't just be beautiful. You have to have, you know, it has to be something about you to keep a man. You know, and to keep a man is he has to want you. If you are beautiful and you out here chasing men, um, it's likely that he's gonna cheat on you.
Yeah.
But when he wants you and he's ready for and he just wants you and only you, you're gonna. Yolanda is a good example of that. I introduced her to her husband years
Long
ago.
ago.
Yeah, and she's who he wanted. He, I'm sure she doesn't look at him as the perfect man, but as my brother, I look at him as the perfect man, and he's treated my sister good, and they've been together for a long time. They've been married for years, and you know, whatever problems they have, they've withstood it. They've withstood it, and it is. I mean, it goes a long way. It
Yeah.
goes a long way. So I'll let you.
I think that the whole issue is that there are not a lot of ladies um, or being more so ladylike in that goes to presenting yourself as far as online with provocative pictures or provocative dancing. Um, a lot of it is just like a little, to me, is very sexual, and I don't think that that should be something that everybody should be able to see. I mean, and then the chase when it comes to relationships, it's not a chase anymore. It's like, well,
I like a
oh,
whole bunch of your pictures, and then the girl, instead of the man having to hit the woman up in the DM, the woman is hitting
is
the man
going
up that's
is
liking
totally
liking her
different.
pictures.
And the chase is, I mean, there's no courting or dating. It's just hooking up, and then they're wondering why they ain't getting no calls or why they're not getting text messages. It's because you're giving it out too soon. There's no chase, there's no courting, there's no grace period. It's just straight to it, and that just doesn't make a lot of sense. That's just like, when you hook up. Just say, for instance, you get pregnant. You don't know this man. You don't know his mindset or what his genes are on, and that means now if you decide to go further in the pregnancy, what's going to happen, or what are you carrying? Because you don't know this guy. You just hooked up because you wanted to hook up. So. And it's just not. I mean, there's no ladies. I mean, it's very rare that I see a lady as far as a millennium, and
Yeah.
at least I don't know many.
Yeah, and to break it down, what we're saying is this: if you're dating, if you're single, and you're dating,
Do they date?
I don't know, but I don't know, but I think they just do it. I don't know. I think they're just hooking up. I don't know, but whatever's going on, you shouldn't be giving your body away. Your body is your sanctuary. Your body is your temple. It is you. A lot of I had me and another friend was trying to get this started, but basically what I said in that is when you don't get to know that person for their mind, and you're just giving it you're just being sexual with this person. All you're doing is being sexual. You have soul ties, but there's nothing else there, because he doesn't care to know what you feel about the weather or what you care about anything else, because he's already got what he wanted. But if you have a man that wants you for more than your body, he wants to know, how's your day. He wants to know, what can I do to help you. You moving? Let me help you move. He wants to do these things for you because he wants more than just your body. A man who just wants your body will do those things to get to your body, but you'll know when it's sincere. And I think that women need to slow it down. I mean, yeah, you want to have a Barbie doll body and all that. I want my stomach flat, like Londa said, to my back and my stomach, all that stuff. I want all that, but for me, not for any man. I don't care. I don't want them even looking. That's why I don't want no big old. I don't want them looking at me. I don't like that. So, but I'm just trying to say, maybe think about celibacy, abstinence, because you wonder why your relationships are going the way they're going. It may be because you're doing things the wrong way, and you can't get a different result if you keep doing the same thing. So if you're in 5 relationships in 1 year and you're wondering why all the relationships are the same, it's because you're doing the same thing. So what you should do is love yourself first. And when you love yourself, get to know yourself. If you get to know yourself, you're not going to want anybody to come into that space. Like, I'm getting to know myself all over again because I'm going through a divorce. And so I choose. Now, most women, when they come out of a divorce, they can go date, especially if they feel like they was cheated on or whatever, they're going to get revenge. I don't want revenge. I forgive him and I forgive him. And he did what he had to do to make himself happy. It didn't have anything to do with me. Now, what has to do with me is how I react. So how I react is this. I get to know what's going on with me. I take the things that were negative in that marriage and I correct it for the next, because I know that I may get married again. I'm not bad on the eyes, so I know that there'd be somebody out there that wants to get with Lynn, you know. So I have to make sure that I take those things and I better myself for the, for me, and so that when the next person comes along, he likes the better me, or he knows the better me. And in your youth, you're going to make mistakes. That's why we're here doing this today, is because we're trying to help you not to make the same mistakes that we made. And those mistakes are giving your body away too soon. Let them get to know you, to see if they like you, to see if you're somebody who they want to spend the rest of their life with. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't like the way you chew. Maybe they don't like the way you clean house. Maybe they don't like the way your conversation, your mindset. Maybe they don't like anything about you. But then if you don't allow them that opportunity to get to know you, how do you know? How do you know if you even like them?
Right.
If you're just giving your body away, and it's just not fair to yourself.
And that's key. You need to be picky when it comes to laying down with somebody. Very picky. Know who their mama is. Know how they were raised, or because somebody said some people grow up and some people are raised, and you can tell the difference. Some people just grow up, they then got bigger. But if they're raised, that means that they had a grandmama, they had a village, a mama and a daddy. And I mean, sometimes it's not always a mama and a daddy, but a raising is different than growing up. Raising is, you have people in your ear telling you what not and what to do, wrong and right. But you want somebody to court. You want somebody to open doors for you. You want somebody calling you, asking you how you're doing today, or if you need something. You don't want to have to wonder if he gonna call because because you done laid up with him. You don't want that. You want to call or a text from somebody asking you how you're doing before you done laid up with them. So, or trying to get to know you, or asking you about your mama, asking you about who you where you grew up at, where you went to school, or where your people from. So I mean, and a lot of people are out here doing that. They just having babies by people, and
They just know
don't
the
even know
nickname.
them.
There's one girl, something she had a baby by somebody, all she knows is nickname. I'm like, wow,
Right.
that's scary.
And see, that means that you just know him by his nickname, and that might be your cousin. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of that going around, and people just they're not getting to know people. I mean, that's just like this one guy. He said that he went over to his friend's house to pick her up for a date, and he seen his auntie's picture on the thing, and he's like,
good thing they was dating.
right, they were dating, yeah. So he went over there and seen his auntie's picture, and he's like, what my auntie picture doing there? And they cousins, but they was about to go on a date. So dating is good, and hooking up is different. So if they had a hooked up and then he seen a picture, that would have been some incest, some inbreeding.
But I really think that the way that the times are now, I think that we need to wait till we're married to have sex. I really do. I think that people should, because this is how you know if somebody's for you anyway. So if they can't wait until you're married to have sex with you, then they're not for you. Because the way that the world is going now, that's the best choice. Because
most definitely, because they are just giving it away.
Yeah,
and
it's just nasty.
And it's a lot of stuff, and I hear a lot of stories, and I'm like, okay, so you did this and y'all did that. So what's going to be new when you get a husband?
Right. A lot of people, they're getting married and they already lived the married. It's like they've been. A lot of people are getting. I feel like the men are getting their cake and their ice cream too. They get to be with this woman, sexually, and say, hey, we're just friends. What they call it, friends with benefits. But he's over here he hitting it hard, hitting it good. Okay, you done fell in love because he hitting that right spot. That's what that is. That's called he got that double D, or he double D. But anyway, he hitting it good, girl. But anyway, so he got you hooked. And guess what that's called? That's called soul tie. That's the hardest thing to break is a soul tie. So if he got if you know he hitting it good and he's saying you just his friend, girl,
Leave it alone.
he over there, and then he can go and he said you his friend. Oh, that means that you his friend, and he got a friend over here that he hitting good to.
Or probably a girlfriend or wife.
Yeah, and a lot of these women now, that's like. Oh, that's just another. That's a whole nother topic. I'm not. We're gonna save that one. But that self love. I'm telling you, it takes you a long way. Now, and then we were talking, and I was just saying, being single now. Sometimes I don't have enough for everything. But does that mean that I'm going to go sell my body because I don't have enough? Or, am I going to do it normal? Go to work
But
and wait for my check.
I'm wondering
Mindset.
nowadays, do the guys out there even have to buy it? Because these girls are giving it away. I don't even think they probably buying. The prostitutes is probably not making no freaking money. Unless you went to some real strange
And you
stuff.
know what? I think you're very right about that because
For real, because they giving it
I'm
away.
seeing, I'm the way that I'm looking at society. A lot of the girls, they just feel like they talking about sucking it. Girl,
They
back
do
in
everything.
the day,
That was a
that
taboo.
was like you
It was
nobody
taboo
was
to
not
talk
getting-
about that.
Yeah, and we wasn't gonna be putting their mouth on nothing. That girl, you what? Oh, and
That's
you
what
over
I
here
don't
with
get.
you over here with 5 other chicks, and I'm gonna put my mouth. Oh, you got me messed up.
I don't get it. I mean, and that's just not. And for you to just be advertising that, and then who's gonna want to marry you? Because the mouth is the dirtiest part of your body, whether you know it or not. So that mouth ain't right. What they be saying? What that mouth do? The mouth do nasty stuff. Because the mouth is dirty.
I am so, and I know people will look at this and be like, okay, but we're keeping it real. Like
Right,
we're
you
not
have to.
sugarcoating this because when I'm scrolling down my timeline, y'all not sugarcoating it. I didn't scroll down my line and I done seen. I'm like, okay, did she really have a whole booty out and just
And
shaking it?
and had
it's
the whole
on the
camera stinking.
yeah, and it's on
Yeah.
the social media. I'm like, really? And you're not getting paid for it. You're just doing that for free.
For free. Mhm.
So what is that for? Some likes? I don't understand. And like for me, my Facebook page now, I just didn't understand when it started giving all these men, and I just got off of that. I started
And
getting
see,
on there a
that's
little
why
more because I was trying to build my confidence. I'm gonna post some pictures, and
Yeah.
that just messed me all up.
Yeah,
I
because
ain't
she
ready.
put basically she put a body shot of her whole body, and see, I don't do body shots. This is all you gonna get of me. I mean, unless somebody catch me off guard and I'm at an event or something, or everybody in the group picture, but you ain't gonna catch my camera in no picture. Sorry,
Girl, and I
You
did that
can't get
body
my camera,
shot, and
boo.
now I don't understand. I was like,
Girl.
let me get off of here.
She
so
had
I
that
just,
camel out.
It was not a camel. I did not have. The picture is very innocent. I do innocent pictures. Like it was
They
just
didn't
like
think it
I
was
was
innocent.
just. I guess
They seen that thing,
not.
girl. They seen that thing.
Oh, that is so disgusting. Oh God. But it wasn't. I mean, because I do my pictures just be regular,
Mm-hmm.
that type. So
Yeah.
I wasn't but I wasn't ready for. There's like 100 people waiting to be my friend. I'm like, what is this? That what matter of madness is this? I got off
The
of there.
matter was the matter. The matter was that monster.
But anyway, oh my God. Okay, but anyway, back to it. We have to carry ourselves as ladies. Like it's very important.
Mm-hmm.
We have to get back to that. When you look at the pictures of old, or you think about the women of old, you don't. What? It's totally different.
That's just like in the 90s. Like when you look at a video from the 90s, have you ever paid, I mean, like now, the pictures, not videos basically, the videos from the 90s and let's say Pam from Martin, her little body. And the bodies now is like animated versus what was going on in the 90s.
Right.
It's,
right.
and we were thinking that Pam or BB was
cute,
strap nasty.
yeah.
And she is, she's cute. But honey, you got these animated chicks that's built like horses in the back and like ants and
I
carrying
bet
out.
they stink.
I just don't get it. I'm confused, but I'm cool. But yeah.
I mean, I want my body strapped, but for me,
Mm-hmm.
And it don't have to be. And my strap might be not be your strap. I don't.
Exactly.
I don't because I don't want no big old. I don't like all that big booty stuff. That's nasty. I just want my
It's unhealthy.
stomach. I want my stomach to be, flat and just have a. I want my butt to be proportioned to my body. Of course, I don't want no flat butt, but I want my my behind to be proportioned to my body. Just look like a woman. I want to, when a man sees me, he's like, that's a woman. I don't want no, look crazy. But I'm just saying we need to be women. When you do things gracefully, why do we have to? Why do we have to be naked to get attention or to get? Why do we want that to get likes? Why?
I guess I don't know. I guess these likes are giving them some checks or something.
Give 'em
Because
life.
honey, I ain't gonna be able to do it. I need me some money.
And I'm not even, girl, I'm good. But I think that we really need to go back, just the mind, the way that the mind thinks is really important. I mean, we really have a lot of changes to make with our mindset because our mindset is that beauty is the outer and to lay down with some man and how good we can give it to some man. It used to be that you of course women kept their bodies looking nice, they kept themselves up, they looked nice, they would but they waited for a husband and then they let them have it. That's how you kept your husband, is letting them. So it's totally different now, and then we wonder why we have these men that got 6 and 18 different, and it's some good men, and that's not for all men. Some men are doing it because it's what the women allow. You got men that are married, and they can go and get this girl over here because she doesn't have, all she wants is breath and britches. She feels like as long as somebody come over with her for a couple hours, that's good for her, and she can get back to all that stuff. That's your self-esteem is low. Your self-love is low because you should not want anybody else's man. You should want your own man. You should be, you should have yourself together. You want somebody else's man.
That
That's
doesn't
just
add up.
Like I let the girl look. You could have him, okay? I'm gonna let you have him because I'm not going to share. I don't share, and if I know a thing, I'm not going. Girl, I'm not. There's some women that, they know their husband is cheating, and they just ride with it, and because they feel like one day he'll change. But what if he doesn't ever change? Then that's you just with somebody. I don't want to waste my life away, wishing and regretting and all that stuff. So I'd rather get out here and be alone and struggle a little bit until I get to my happy place than to be sad and crying every night about some man. I'm not going to do that. So the way to prevent that in the first place is to, while you're single, and I guess I can't say dating, but while you're single, get to know you. Get to know what you really, really like. Get to know how you really feel about you. And I learned some things about me. I learned that I like basketball. And I didn't know that. You know why I didn't know that? Well, the reason I like basketball is because my dad growing up, I had to sit there and watch it with him. So it was embedded in me. So I like basketball. So now, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to start looking at basketball and getting into it like I was before. I was into it. So I'm going to get back into it. And, but that's me learning me. And that's what you have to do. You have to learn you. Sometimes you forget who you are because when you're in relationships, and then I love the way Londa is. She's married, but she still.
I give myself me time basically, and
she knows
I know me because I've never been a cliquey person where I've been in cliques or trying to find identity. I guess like a lot of cliquey girls don't really have an identity. So they're trying to be around other girls to figure out who or what they want to do. And I guess I've always been, a loner. So I know who I am. I know myself inside out, girl. And,
And that's a good thing because it took me a really long time. Now but it's because you come from different backgrounds. So I can say that because of my background is what caused me to think that I knew myself, but I really didn't. Because what I was doing was I was covering up things to make myself better, but to hide the hurt, if it makes sense. I don't know. But that's basically, not think I'm not the only one. It's women out here to do that.
Mhm.
But you really have to be careful with that. You have to make sure that you really are getting over the hurt and the pain. Because everybody goes. There's not.
Everybody
You can
does.
say that. Well, she got this. She ain't been through that. Yes, they have.
They have.
People have been through things, and it's the way that your reaction to it. You can go through everything. Your reaction is the key to life. Your mindset is the key to life. It has. We were saying earlier, positivity. I used to throw out negative, and guess what I got back? Negative.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I've changed my mindset to positive, I get back positive.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? I know that the man that I attract is going to be positive because I'm positive.
Mhm.
No negative man wants to be around me. He's going to be like, no. He's not going to want to be around me. I'm not going to, because I'm going to, everything that he says negative, I'm going to have a comeback for it because I'm positive.
Mm-hmm.
So you attract what you are. If you're negative, you're going to attract that. If your mindset is I was beat on and it's all right, and you keep that little mentality of beat on, that's what you're going to get, another man to beat you.
Mm-hmm. And I think that a lot of times when some things happen, that's just like, I'm going to use myself as for instance, when I was younger, me and my sister, we were basically going through something, and it was wrong, but she looked at it as very negatively, very, for years. And I didn't realize until just recently, well, it was bad. It's just that I looked at it, I got the positive out of it, and she was just more so riding on the negative. Although it was not a good thing, it's just that she was just more so focused on what was bad about it. But and then, like you were saying, you don't know what people are going through. I'm looking at it like, oh, it wasn't that bad, and to her, it was really bad because we don't know, or we haven't had the discussion on, how it affected us. And people handle things differently. And I guess I guess I've always been like a strong person, and I can just handle certain things, and I guess it's just, I don't know. I guess I have like a little basket or whatever, a bucket that I put stuff in, and it's just some right now. I guess it's the bucket's
Full.
spilling.
Mm-hmm.
It's spilling. It's
And that's
full.
what happened with me.
Yeah.
Like you have, because you go through your stuff, and everybody does. Everybody has a childhood and stuff that happened. That's like that movie Us. It scared the bejesus out of me, but I understood what it was saying. You have to get control of your youth, things that happen to you, or it will take control of you, or try to, if you don't have control of it. So that was I got what it was saying. That was it just scared me.
I like scary movies though, but I need to.
No, that was scary.
Probably
That
see
scared. I was like, what? Why am I here? But and that's the thing. But self-love is loving yourself more than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
When you love yourself more than anybody else, then you can love somebody.
Mm-hmm.
When you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. They can love you and you won't even accept it as love because you don't love yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then God wants us to love ourselves like that because that's the only way we'll be able to love Him.
Mm-hmm.
And He is the one who supplies all of our needs. He's the one who takes care of us.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can't even love ourselves, how can we love God or your friends? You can't love anyone. And you wonder why you have the negative around you.
Mm-hmm.
It's because of the way that you look at yourself, the way that you love yourself. And I, for a long time, just didn't understand. But as you grow up, you learn. I wish it wouldn't have took me so long to learn, but I finally learned, and now I know it's important for me to love myself. I couldn't love God. I couldn't love, and I couldn't. I didn't think God even could love me because I felt like I was just messed up. But when I learned to love myself and to forgive myself, and the first thing that I should have go all the way back, forgiveness. A lot of us are so unforgiving. A lot of us hold so many grudges. People are holding grudges from high school, and they wonder why. Life is the way it is for them.
Mhm.
You have to forgive. That's a part of love. So it's, I mean, this is such a broad, I mean, we're just kind of just throwing things out. We'll do this like every week, and we'll just kind of touch on stuff and put it out there for you. You take it for what it is, and you know, if you got some feedback, we'll take it. But yeah.
Well, I really don't have anything else, but I think that self-love is key. Like Shalice was saying, you can't love anybody if you don't love yourself. And I mean, you have to, find time to spend with yourself, whether it be meditating, praying, stand in the front of the mirror and just look at your body, or, look at yourself in the mirror and, find something to focus on that you like. And do that, like, try to do it every day. Find something different that you like about you.
And love your flaws, because
And-
you
or
are
embrace
a
them.
unique you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to look like everybody else. You want to
Right.
be. God made us unique for a reason. You
Yeah.
are your unique you, and you are somebody. God loves you.
Mm-hmm.
We love you too. That's why we're giving you this information.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
yep, keep us tuned in. We got you. We're gonna touch on a lot of subjects.
Yeah.
So keep it cute.
Keep it cute, y'all.
All right.